Alright, in this video we are going to make the mallet head to go along with a handle for your pegboard toy. We're going to begin, like most other projects, by clicking on New and selecting the standard IPT. You can click once on the standard IPT and then click Create, or you can double click it and it'll bring it to the same place. Alright, we're going to use a new command this time around too. It's called Revolve. It's pretty interesting how it works, and we'll see that in just a couple of minutes. So on this page we want to create a 2D sketch. Click one of our work planes. Now we're going to start by choosing the rectangle command. I like just the regular 2-point rectangle for this sketch. I'm going to start it somewhere towards the top of my screen to leave me room. Move my cursor, and now I'm going to type in the dimensions for this. I notice that the horizontal or bottom dimension is highlighted. This is the one I want to fill in first. It's 0.875. Now I'm going to press the Tab button on my keyboard. The other dimension for the mallet head is 3 inches. So I type 3 in my keyboard and press Enter. It's a little large for my screen, so I'm going to zoom out so that I can see the whole thing at once. I'm now going to add a couple of circles to the right side of my rectangle. I'm going to click on Circle, choose a point, just a small ways from the top, and start to make a circle. The center point for my circle should be on the line of my rectangle, and I want to make this 0.25 inches across. So I'm going to type in 0.25 and then press Enter. I want a circle of the same size down at the bottom part of my mallet head. So on the rectangle, I'm going to move my cursor down towards the bottom, click so that the center point of my circle is on the line, and again type in 0.25 on my keyboard and Enter. Since some of these lines cross, the computer will not recognize it once I try to make it a three-dimensional shape. So I have to go up to the command called Trim with a pair of scissors and cut away the extra lines. Once I click Trim and move my mouse over the circles that I've already drawn, I should notice that they become red and dotted. Those are the parts that are going to be cut away. So I can click on those and I can watch as they disappear from my screen. I have to do that for both the top and the bottom circles that I've drawn onto my rectangle. Okay. We are now ready to finish our sketch. I'm going to go to the upper right, find the giant green check mark, and finish this sketch. Okay. If I go to my navigation cube and click on the house, it centers it so that I can see most of my screen. At this point, we're going to do something a little different. If you look towards the left part of your toolbar, you do see that there is the Extrude button, and right next to that, just to the right, is a button called Revolve. Revolve will take one center line and make a three-dimensional shape around that line. So click Revolve, then move your mouse to the left-hand side of your rectangle, the side that does not have the circles on it. Click that line, and you should notice that a three-dimensional shape appears on your screen. At this point, click OK, and your three-dimensional mallet head is complete. Now, just to give it a little more shape, I'm going to use a tool called Chamfer. It's in the Modify part of my toolbar. And I'm going to cut off or round out just a little bit of the bottom and the top of the mallet head. So I click on Chamfer. I move down to highlight the bottom of my cylinder, click, and then it asks me how large I want to make this chamfer or this edge on my mallet. I don't want it to be too big, don't want it to be too noticeable. We're going to chamfer it off just at about 0.0125, and we notice that just rounds off a little bit. Once I click on the very top ring or top edge of my cylinder and click Chamfer, it should automatically highlight the same amount. Try that again. Click Chamfer, top edge, and it rounds it off just a little bit. Perfect. Let's give it a color. I know the handle to the mallet I made in a red oak, so I'm going to scroll down and see if I can find that same material. Red oak, natural low gloss. Click on that. Looks beautiful. I now have the mallet head for my pegboard toy. Click on the letter I, save it as mallet head, and you're done with this part of the tutorial.